Hey everybody, sorry, I'm about to wax my eyebrows with these little Sally Hansen wax thingies I got at Walmart. I kind of just really wanted to talk more about, about the whole psychology thing, getting the gender marker and everything. Things are going really well with that. I went and saw my psychologist last Monday, and that went really, really well. I have my next doctor's appointment next Wednesday, the 13th, this coming Wednesday of March, the 13th of March. So I'm really excited about that. But my psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever you want to call her, she's an amazing woman. I really loved talking with her and everything. Of course, I'm still going to need to talk with her about getting a letter for the SRS and things like that, but hopefully I'll be able to actually save up that money. She is going to write me my letter for the doctor stating that I have gender identity disorder, if I can talk, gender identity disorder. And that is going to let the doctor, give the doctor, you know, the legal reasons to, look at that. I don't know if you can see, but it gets those hairs. Well, that's a better way. Anyway, it gives the doctor a legal reason to be able to write me my letters for me to get my gender marker changed on my ID. I was doing some research about getting my my legal name I changed back in July of 2007. I didn't have it changed on my birth certificate because really, like I said before, at that point in time, I was kind of trying to make sure my mom wasn't feeling like I didn't want, you know, I didn't like her name, which of course, I mean, by changing my name it says I didn't, but it's going to be pretty damn expensive to do that, because I have to file with the court to get it changed on my ID, things like that, and by doing that, it's going to take literally, like, a while, because it's going to be $300 for the filing fee, for one, in the Arizona Civil Court. That's what the filing fee here is in Arizona. $300, which, that's pretty steep if you think about it. At least it is for me, somebody who's practically unemployed, considering I'm still receiving partial payments of unemployment, and I'm hardly working maybe 10 to 12, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week, if that. This week I didn't work anything at all because the lawyer was really busy, you know, with his daughter. He found out some information with his daughter's school, things like that, so he wasn't able to put projects together for me to work. So I'll get my full unemployment amount for this coming week, or this, you know, the end of this week. It ends tomorrow, their filing week or whatever. So, but I have some money still saved up for my doctor's appointment and my prescriptions, because I'm going to need to get my prescriptions. I've been kind of thinking about, I noticed that with my hormones, ever since I've been taking the finasteride, and I don't know if it's because my estrogen levels are at 255 or whatever they were at, but I've noticed some changes down there, and I'm not very, I'm going to have to talk to the doctor about that. I have been working out though, and it's been ever since then. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just talk with with my physician, my doctor, so that he can let me know whether I need to I started just today, actually. I started with my hormones. I changed when I take my hormones. I'm taking half in the morning and half at night, which is technically what you're supposed to do, but at that point when I first started, and I've been doing this whole time, at first, when I first started, I didn't really have time for that because I would work so late. I get home and I knock out like this because I have to get up again in the morning for school or to go back to work or something. When you work at a restaurant, I'm sure all of those people who have worked in a restaurant know, you don't really get much time to yourself when it comes to things like that. And at that point, I was working at a restaurant. I was going to school. I was taking care of somebody else. So it was a process for me. But I'm hoping that by doing that, it will actually help in how much I'm actually, excuse me, how much I am producing, because I don't know if 255, I think that's what she said, 255 was what my estrogen levels were at. I don't know if that's actually a normal level. I'm guessing that seems kind of high considering they want your spiral at like 50 or lower. So I'm guessing that that's probably a little high for estrogen, so maybe it's just the fact that my estrogen's too high, and we all know that if estrogen is too high, your body creates testosterone, more testosterone to counteract how much estrogen is being made, and I really don't want more testosterone considering I've been trying to get rid of it. I have been pretty successful with going, you know, I got my hormones over the internet, overseas, things like that. I have been kind of successful. And obviously the fact that I passed pretty damn well for the most part. I'm not going to be conceited in that sense because I don't think I passed as well as my boyfriend thinks I do, but he, in that sense. But I'm really excited because she's writing my letter. My psychiatrist is writing the letter so that I can go to the doctor. He'll have it, and he knows that I want a letter so that I can get my gender marker changed, and it's moving a little faster. My psychiatrist said that she normally requires 5 to 6 visits. Excuse me. She normally requires 5 to 6 visits before doing the letter, because usually her patients are, you know, they have to get on hormones, blah, blah, blah. She has to see them for, well, not blah, blah, blah. It's a very important step, you know. She has to make sure that they're reacting well with the hormones, that the levels are doing okay, that they're working, you know, in the right steps and doing it properly, things like that. But she says since I've been on hormones for as long as I have, that obviously I already know what the hormones feel like, what it changes, things like that. Honestly, my mind, a lot of people say that their mind changes. I didn't really notice much of a mental change. I didn't myself internally notice much of one. I didn't become over emotional or anything like that. I did get a lot of cravings for pickles when I first started, which I know is a stereotype for, you know, pregnant women, blah, blah, blah. But I love pickles, and I could eat pickles all day, especially now that I'm on hormones, now that I've been on hormones, rather. It's something that I've always wanted, but I try not to eat too many of anymore. Well, they don't have any calories, and they just have a lot of salt, but in that sense, you know, when I did get all my levels checked and everything, all my levels were normal, so I didn't really have to worry about it. I'm really excited, though, in that aspect. You know, I mean, it's... Sorry, guys, I'm moisturizing, you know, before putting my makeup on. Gotta moisturize. You should always moisturize. Helps your skin stay... How do you say it? It helps your skin stay healthy, clean. It also helps makeup stay on better. Makeup does make a huge difference, I think. Because you guys see me now like this. And honestly, when I look at my videos, it doesn't look the same to me as when I look in person. I'm sorry, the mirror is right over here behind the iPad. So when I look at myself in person, it doesn't look the same to me as what it looks like on the videos. It does. I look, I think, better on the video than I do on the mirror, or in real person, real life, whatever you want to call it. That being said, I always put makeup on. I mean, unless I'm able to get my surgery, which I actually did a bunch of research on. It is going to be almost $24,000, $23,689 here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and they want it paid off 4 weeks before the surgery is actually completed. It's a $100 consultation. You know, I did some research on the doctor, things like that. He's done hundreds of surgeries, SRS for MTF or FTM as well. I think he does more MTF than he does SRS for FTM, excuse me, sorry. No offense meant, but anyhow, I'm coming up on my time frame here. But I mean, I would really love to do it. I just have to figure out how am I going to afford that, because that's really expensive. And yes, there are companies here in Arizona that if you work for them, they will, pay for it, but we'll see. Anyhow, all you guys, find yourself some support, surround yourself with love and happiness and hope and enjoyment, and you guys just have a wonderful afternoon, morning, day, whatever time of day, week, month this finds you. Mwah.